Why does Generation Z, those born between 1997 and 2012, appear to be more reluctant towards joining the US military than previous generations? This question has been buzzing around, stirring up a lot of curiosity and speculation. Today, we're going to delve into this. We're going to explore the Gen Z enigma, their apparent reluctance towards military service. It's quite a fascinating trend to observe, especially when compared to the attitudes of millennials, Gen X, and baby boomers. But why is it important? Well, it's crucial for the future of the military. Understanding this shift in mindset could have significant implications for recruitment strategies, policy making, and perhaps even the structure of the military itself. So, what's causing this reluctance? Is it a shift in societal values, a change in aspirations, or something more complex? To delve into this, we must first understand the attitudes of previous generations towards military service. Let's take a journey back in time. The silent generation, baby boomers, Gen X, and millennials each had their unique perspectives towards the military. The silent generation, those born in the mid-2020s to early 1940s, lived in the shadow of two world wars and the onset of the Cold War. For them, the military was a respected institution, an embodiment of national pride and duty. Their perception of the military was one of reverence, largely shaped by the global conflicts that defined their era. Moving forward, the baby boomers, born between the mid-1940s and mid-1960s, experienced a shift in perception. The Vietnam War, civil rights movement, and the rise of cancel culture challenged their views on traditional institutions, including the military. For many boomers, the military became a symbol of controversy, sparking debates about morality and authority. Then we have Generation X, the mid-60s to early 80s babies. They were the children of the Cold War, growing up with the constant threat of nuclear annihilation. For them, the military was a necessary shield, a protector in a world seemingly on the brink of disaster. Yet the fall of the Berlin Wall and the end of the Cold War also ushered in a period of skepticism towards military intervention, as seen in the Gulf War. Next, the millennials, born from the early 80s to mid-90s. They came of age in a post-9/11 world, with the war on terror shaping their perception of the military. The military, for them, represented a complex mix of heroism and controversy. In the age of information, they had unprecedented access to the realities of war, leading to a more nuanced understanding of the military's role. Each generation's view of the military has been shaped by the world events they've witnessed and the cultural shifts they've experienced. From reverence to controversy, protection to skepticism, and heroism to nuanced understanding, these perceptions have continually evolved. Now, let's see how Gen Z's perspective differs from these generations. Gen Z's attitude towards the military seems to diverge significantly from the past. Now let's delve into the key factors shaping this shift. First, we must consider Gen Z's digital nativity. Born into a world where global information is at their fingertips, these individuals are not only tech-savvy, but also highly informed. This constant exposure to worldwide news and a diverse array of perspectives has led to a far more critical and questioning stance towards traditional institutions, including the military. This generation doesn't just accept things at face value. They dig, they research, and they form their own opinions. Secondly, their global awareness is unprecedented. Gen Z has grown up with a window into every corner of the world thanks to the internet. They've seen the ramifications of war, not just through the lens of their home country, but from the perspectives of those living it firsthand in other nations. This heightened awareness has fostered a sense of empathy and a desire for peaceful resolutions that can make the concept of military engagement less appealing. Finally, Gen Z is redefining success. They are more likely to prioritize individual fulfillment and purpose over traditional career paths and financial stability. This generation is not afraid to break the mold, seeking out non-traditional roles and carving out unique career paths that align with their values and passions. The rigid structure and commitment of military service might not offer the flexibility and personal growth that this generation values. In essence, Gen Z's reluctance towards the military is a complex interplay of their digital nativity, global awareness, and desire for non-traditional career paths. It's a shift that reflects a generation more informed, more globally minded, and more driven by personal fulfillment than any before it. These factors result in a more critical view of military service. But it's important to remember that this isn't necessarily a negative reflection on the military itself. Instead, it's a testament to a generation that's redefining its priorities and reshaping the world in its image. The question remains, what does this mean for the future of the US military? The US military will need to adapt to attract and retain Gen Z recruits. This statement brings us to the heart of the matter. Gen Z's reluctance to join the ranks has implications that ripple across the military landscape, shaping its future in ways we're just beginning to understand. The first implication is a potential manpower shortage. The US military relies on a steady flow of volunteers to maintain its standing forces. If fewer Gen Zers are willing to enlist, this could lead to a manpower deficit that impacts the military's operational capacity. The second implication is a shift in military culture. Gen Zers bring with them a new set of values, attitudes, and expectations. As they become the dominant demographic in the ranks, they could reshape the military's culture in ways that make it more adaptable, innovative, and inclusive. Given these implications, the US military will need to rethink its recruitment strategies. One approach could be to emphasize the technological innovation that's happening within the military. Gen Zers, being digital natives, are likely to be attracted by the opportunity to work with cutting-edge technology. Another approach could be to highlight the military's humanitarian missions. Gen Zers are known for their social consciousness. They want their work to have a positive impact on the world. By showcasing its humanitarian missions, the military could appeal to this desire and present military service as a way to make a difference. Yet another approach could be to offer more flexible career paths. Gen Zers value work-life balance and personal growth. By offering options for part-time service, remote work, and continuous learning, the military could cater to these values and make military service more appealing to this generation. Understanding Gen Z's attitudes towards the military is not just about filling ranks, it's about shaping the future of military service. By adapting to Gen Z's values and expectations, the US military could not only attract and retain this generation, but also become a more adaptable, innovative, and socially conscious institution. So, as we've seen, Gen Z's reluctance towards the military is a complex issue. From the stark contrast in attitudes held by previous generations to the unique factors influencing Gen Z, there's certainly a lot to unpack. The US military now faces the challenge of adapting its strategies to connect with this new generation. As the US military navigates this new landscape, only time will tell how they succeed in engaging the minds and hearts of Generation Z. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe for more content.